All right, what's up, guys? Happy Thursday. This is round two. Since the first round didn't work, let's see if I can get my cousin on here. Katrina. Katrina Crane. All right. Sound is back. All right, good, Felix. Thank you. Sound is back. All right, what's up, guys? Sorry about that. I'm not sure what's going on. Kano, can you hear me? Please let me know. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Can you guys hear me loud and clear perfectly? Or does it sound bad? Let's see here. I'm back on live. Can you guys hear me? You guys are watching this. There's 4 people watching this. All right. Hunter says, all right, we're good. Yes, sounds clear. All right, Kano, thank you so much. Hunter Crane is Katrina's son, one of my cousins. What's up, brother? Congrats on your new purchase in La Quinta. I got to talk to you about that because I love La Quinta, man. I think that place is awesome. So I am definitely interested in finding out what the deal is over there. All right, cool. So let's get Katrina on. Hunter, where's your mom at? Let's see here. She's not logging on. I need her to come on to the live. Yeah, man, I'm super excited for that, dude. That's exciting. All right, so Real Estate by Dave says, how do you get to the selling luxury? Yeah, could you call your mom, Hunter, and figure this out? Try to get her on here. Dave, how do I get to the selling luxury real estate homes, bro? I'm just about to start my real estate career. I've closed 3 deals before getting... Oh, dude, that's awesome, Dave. Congratulations. 3 deals before you got your license. That's great news. What part of the States are you living in? Are you close to a luxury market? That's one thing. All right, we got Katrina on. Let's see if we can... Let's try this again. Katrina. All right, let's see. If we can't do this today, maybe... There we go.
Really, Paul? Oh my goodness. We did it. We did it. I just
What's
came
up?
outside. I'm like, maybe I just need to be outside. How are you?
I don't know. I'm doing good. How are you?
Sorry for that technically difficult here. So
No,
how are you?
it's all good. It's all good. Your son's on here already, Hunter. I was like, get your mom on here.
I know, right? Hunter's like, really? Come on, Mom, you could do it. And he's driving right now and he's doing it, or he's already in Mammoth?
Oh, he's going up to Mammoth?
Yeah, he's there right now.
Oh,
Are you there?
that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, cuz, are you working right now? Are you showing a house?
Me? I'm not working right now. I've been working all day though.
Oh,
all
I know
day
you are.
working.
Oh, I know you are. How's
Yeah.
how's the market? Like, just give us a little update on your market.
Well, it's crazy. As you know, San Clemente is like the best kept secret, right? So
It
people are
is.
like,
It is.
people are finding out about San Clemente and wanting to move down here, so it's
Yeah.
good. The inventory's still super low.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like homes with single level or under $1 million are getting swiped up quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter and I have 5 in escrow. We closed one today, so that's good.
Wow, 5 in
Yeah.
escrow. That's awesome. Good for
Yeah.
you. That's a
So
lot.
we're working hard, but we love what we do. So it's easy to work hard when you love what you do, as you know, because I see it in you.
Yes. Well, I found a new love, and honestly, I think thanks to you and some other people that inspired me. So Katrina is my cousin, right? Her mom is my Aunt Marina, and Katrina got into real estate what, like 5, 6 years ago?
Yeah. So actually, when I turned 50, it was my birthday gift to myself. So for all those women out
Wow.
there that want to
Yes.
change careers or start a career at an age, so when I turned 50, I got my license. So I'll have my birthday is next month, so I'll have my license for 7 years now.
Wow. Wow. So you started at 50, 7
Hmm.
years ago, and now
Hmm.
you're, yeah, tell us about all your accolades just for a second, because this is like pretty impressive.
Oh, in the real estate world?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yeah.
So I got my license at age 50 and didn't know what I was doing, of course,
Hmm.
but just kept plugging away. And then I joined Tom Ferry like right away
Hmm.
because I do believe in
Smart,
coaching. Yeah.
smart.
So I did that my first year and I struggled. I'm not going to lie to you. I door knocked back in the day when you could do that.
Yeah.
So I door knocked a lot and then I door knocked on an expired listing. And
Hmm.
so it was my first break. Even though I had already sold one home, it took me 9 months later to sell another home.
All right.
And then I knocked on this door, and this cute couple gave me a break, and I staged their home. So I'm known
Uh-huh.
for staging because I stage
Yeah.
all my homes, me personally. I do
Yep.
it.
Yep.
And so I staged a home and sold it quickly. And then my name got out in the neighborhood. And then before I knew it, I was selling, 4 or 5 homes in that neighborhood. And then my name
Wow.
started getting out. And then here I am 7 years later, teamed up with my son, Hunter, who's
Yes.
a big part of
Congrats.
my success.
Yeah.
So we just go out there and we just work really hard.
That's awesome. All right. So, well, you didn't tell us any of your accolades. So you're like number one, and tell us all that stuff.
Okay, so we are number one for San Clemente, Dana Point, Coldwell Banker. We're number seven in Coldwell Banker for all of Orange County and Riverside County. So we came in
Wow.
number seven.
That's huge.
Um,
And that's a massive market. I mean, that's a huge market. Orange County and Riverside.
yeah,
There's like
number seven.
thousands and thousands of Coldwell Banker agents. That's awesome.
Last year we hit number 10, and this year we hit number seven. So I was
Wow.
super stoked to
Yeah.
beat my own number from last year.
Yeah. Good for you.
And last year we sold about 35 million, and we did 28 transactions.
Wow. That's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your backstory because you always had like this salesperson, like you're, obviously Colombian background, great personality, and you always sold stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like what were you doing before real estate?
Okay. So I got my degree in biology, and I was a dental hygienist for, I don't know, 10, 15 years. And then I was a stay-home mommy for all those years. And then in 2008, you're probably a little boy kicking the ball back then, but in 2008 there was a, crash in the market. And so
Yeah.
my husband lost his job. And so I had to like either go back and be a dental hygienist, which was fine, but I still
Hmm.
wanted to be home with my kids. So I decided to kind of get a part-time job selling jewelry for a
Hmm.
direct sales company called Stella and Dot.
Hmm.
And then I formed a huge team of 200 women. So I became really successful there.
Oh, you already joined it. So like you formed a team of 200. That's a lot. That's huge.
Yeah, huge, huge.
That's
And like
awesome.
I just like being around women. It was fun and jewelry. And then, it was a big family. And
Hmm.
then one of the girls that was selling the jewelry with me said, "Why are you selling jewelry? You should sell houses." And I'm like, "Really? I don't know. I don't see myself as a real estate agent. I'm kind of really down to earth. That's just not
Uh-huh.
me." Anyway, so I did it and fell in love with it. And the rest was history. So now I'm a workhorse. I work
You
hard.
are, you
Mhm.
are, you are a workhorse.
Yeah.
So, so I remember when you got into real estate, I was super excited. I was like, yes, please. I feel like your personality would be like really well in real estate. And then I've just seen you just like your trajectory has gone up, and that's again that inspired me because I was on a team, and a lot of people that are watching, I've been in real estate for 15 years, a long, long time, and I was on a team with my mom, so almost like I was just like Hunter, right? When I first, started in the business with my mom, and then I moved to LA, and I was an assistant for somebody else here in the luxury market at Hilton and Hyland, and then I was kind of stuck on that team for a long time because I don't know if I was ready to go on my own. But then I saw you and you're like, you started, late and you had so much success. It was like, wow, like my cousin can do it. Like, why can't I do it? Like seriously,
No, I
so
remember that. I remember that day.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I want to just say thank you for inspiring me to go out my own and just to kind of do my own
Oh,
thing.
you're so welcome.
And I love it. Like I found a love for what I do now because before that it wasn't something that I did it and I was making some decent money, but I wasn't really like a rock star yet, you know. And I'm not a rock star yet, but
Yeah, you are.
I'm
We
getting
all
there.
are in
I'm
in
I'm
our own
getting there.
world.
Yes, we
Yeah.
are. We are. We are. So tell us about like, all right, so you did the expireds. Well, that was one of your first deals, and then that kind of ballooned into more deals. But the main I guess what makes you successful or what sets you apart from the competition is that you staged houses.
Yeah. Well, I'm a true believer. It's that when I'm an agent that doesn't just put the sign in the ground. Like I really work
Hmm.
hard for my clients. Like I
Hmm.
care. Like I really
Hmm.
care. Like
Hmm.
I, I, I always say it starts at the front door. So a brand new doormat if they need it, right?
Love it. Love it.
Right. If the hose is all, scattered, roll it all
Hmm.
up, right?
Hmm.
Because I care.
Hmm.
I really want to sell their home. So I have
Yeah.
100% interest in selling their home. So I get very involved. Like it's part of my home, like my
Yeah, for
baby.
sure.
I
What
work. Yeah.
what what got you into actually like staging the house? Was that like an idea you got from somebody, or like what where did that come from?
It just came from like I just felt like the common sense, right? I would go to these open
Mhm.
houses and I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, the bed's not even made," or or why is there like a brown box
So
just
true.
sitting? Why is there a
So
box?
true.
Does this agent not care? Like I was thinking, does this
Uh,
agent not care? Like they should get
yeah,
their half hour early and help their clients, whether they're
I know.
it's full-time parents working or they got to get the kids out or whatever it may be. Or like I highly recommend let's get the windows washed. Let's take the
Hmm.
screens off the windows.
Hmm.
See the views. I mean, I could go on and on of all the stuff that you already know, but
No, but
basically,
no, but it's I think it's good advice, because we have a lot of agents here that are starting their business and they want advice of like what to do. I think staging is a phenomenal idea because most like I don't know any agents out here that will do that. Like what I do is that I recommend staging companies and they'll do a
yeah,
whole stage.
yeah.
But what how much staging do you do?
Yeah,
Like
okay, yeah. So
yeah.
when I first started, it was like Richard would come home, my husband. If you guys don't know who Richard is, Richard would come home and be like, "Where's our couch?" I'm like, I put it at a new house because it really needs a couch.
I love that.
He'd come home, he's like, "Where's our lamps?" I'm like, "The lamps went to house number B."
Oh my
So
gosh,
anyway,
that's awesome.
after closings, I would take X amount of dollars, like
Hmm.
$1,000, and I would shop and I would buy basic stuff. Like I don't do anything big, to be honest with you. I do
Hmm.
bedding, I do lamps, I do pictures, I
Hmm.
declutter. So
Hmm.
I don't really bring in couches like that was. I mean, obviously I did do that one time, but obviously I'm
Hmm.
exaggerating. But basically, everybody gets new bedding and everybody's pictures come down off the walls.
Smart.
I bring in every picture, every knickknack. I mean,
Wow. That's awesome.
I have the best home goods warehouse right now. Like
So do you store all this stuff at home or do you have like an actual like
I have
storage unit?
yeah, I have storage houses of girlfriends that let me stage their home and then they know that it's all my stuff, so when I need it, I come get it.
No way. That's smart.
Uh-huh.
All right.
So I'll go
That's
stage a lot.
smart.
I have like five houses that are staged, like guys that are single, right? I'll go
Uh-huh.
stage their house. They're not selling it, but
Uh-huh.
it's staged, and then when I need it, I just go and get it.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So how much like how much time do you spend doing this and how much money are you spending per house in staging? Obviously every house is different,
Well,
but
it's
like
yeah, now it's getting to the point I don't spend, more than, $50 because my
oh, okay.
inventory is so big. But
Oh,
at
I
the
see.
very
I see.
beginning, because I have a huge inventory, right?
Yeah.
I have,
Yeah.
30 sets of lamps. I have, whatever.
Oh,
I
wow.
have
Okay.
a lot of stuff. So,
Okay.
but I'm a true believer of it doesn't matter whether it's staging or door knocking or going out. And I know with COVID, you can't, but like going out to restaurants and sitting at a, uh, a table, a farm table or bar, whatever you want to call it, and just meeting and getting out there and talking because you don't want to be a secret agent. I said that to all my people that I meet that you got to get out there. You got to tell people you're an agent and
Yeah.
tell them why you like being an agent because there's so many agents. So you have to step
There's
out of
so
the
many.
box.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Well, I think also that comes natural to you. Let's be
Oh,
honest. Like you're just like a natural like talker and like you have a lot of friends. Like whenever I see you hanging out with like your friends, like before COVID, it was like a party. It was
yeah.
like 10
But I like to
girls.
entertain. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'm a big
So
girl.
so it was always kind of natural for you. I don't think it's natural for a lot of people, Like at least for me in the beginning or like even when I was out here in LA working with Chad, it I was like a secret agent, like you said, like I didn't really tell, and I don't know why. I just wasn't very proud of what I was doing, maybe, or I don't know what it was. But I think that's a great point. It's like you have to put it out there, like, hey guys, I'm an agent. Like, if you need anything, I'm here for you. Let me know if you need comps or, just offering value. But people need to know that you're an agent first.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
And not have that commission breath because I always say this: the minute you start thinking about money, um, it all stops for you. Right.
yeah,
just have fun doing it. And before you know it, you're like, oh my goodness, I've got 5 checks. Like, you know what I mean? Just
Katrina
like,
Crane has 5
well, you know what I
checks.
mean? Like well, I'm just using that as a figure of speech, but literally just having fun, right?
Yeah,
With what you do,
it's
and then
true.
the success will happen. I always say this too, like when in my other business, I've started some coaching. I coach other agents to help them out. And I would say,
I want to talk about that. That's pretty cool.
okay. So I do 5 on 5, like a basketball term, because I raised 2 boys.
Okay.
So 5 on 5. So you do 5 things a day for 5 days straight to
Uh-huh.
move the business forward. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you're door knocking, well, not now, but like if you're mailing something out, or you're doing 5 emails, or you're calling 5 expired listings.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say, when this whole COVID thing opens up and you go back to door knocking, if you're ever gonna do that, make sure you do 5 quality door knocks, not just door knock on 20 doors and say, I door knocked 20 doors,
Yeah, it's
because
true.
it has to be quality, right? Like
Quality conversations.
quality, start with giving them a compliment, like a true compliment, like, I love your
Mm-hmm.
roses, I love your hat, the color that you picked, and
Mm-hmm.
I like your dog, or whatever.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
another thing I did too, which is fun, when I first started, I did dog parties in my neighborhood.
Dog parties. Okay.
Mhm.
So what is that? Like what do you do?
So I would mail out that I'm meeting in this little grassy area. In my neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
we have little green belts.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be meeting, Sunday, March 12th from 10 to 11, just 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then I supply coffee and donuts, and all these people come with their dogs, and they
I
have
love
coffee.
that.
And then we all chit chat. All we do is chit chat.
I love that. Well, I mean, like you're just like a creative person. Like first of all, like the staging thing, that's really creative because who else does that in your market?
I'm probably the only one.
Yeah. I mean, like think about going to a listing appointment against you, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna stage your house for free. Like that's part of the package. Like that's a no-brainer,
Oh, yeah.
right? That's
Yeah.
a no-brainer. That's super smart. Tell me about like, all right, so you started with Tom Ferry right when you started, which is obviously super smart, right? Like you like let's train with the best coach out there.
Yeah.
And then that lasted a year, 2 years, or how long?
It lasted a year, and it
Okay.
was a difficult year. I'm not going to lie to you, because I can't remember what he was back, when that was, but it was worth every penny. But I realized that um, I don't care if it's Tom Ferry or any other coach that you decide to do. I'm a true believer of that, because it holds you accountable, right? It does
Yeah.
hold you, and then you meet other agents that are just as eager as you are, and then you can, practice your scripts, or whatever it may be,
Hmm.
or
Hmm.
or chat with them. I follow a lot of agents on Instagram. I'm just a
Hmm.
big follower, and I know that I have agents that follow me, and that's
Yeah.
okay, because we
Yeah.
all learn from each other, right? We
For
just learn
sure.
from each other.
There's an
And
abundance. There's an abundance.
there's so
Yeah.
much business out there. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
and I tell agents all the time when they get, oh, I can't believe my friend didn't use me, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, honestly, get over that. Like,
Yeah.
move on. If you think you're going to make this business off your friends, you've gotten in the wrong business,
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Yeah.
So you can't take any of that personal.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
yeah, I think it's the best thing I ever did. I maybe started not too late. That's not what I mean, but I wish what I would have known now, even at your age, Paul, like,
Hmm.
and even Hunter, like, oh my goodness,
Hunter's gonna Hunter's gonna be a rock star.
the
I mean,
sky's the
oh,
limit for
he's
you
gonna be a
guys.
rock star. Yeah.
Yeah, and so are
Sure.
you, and you are a rock star. So like,
Yeah.
literally, the sky's the limit for you guys, because you're young and you can just move a lot. But I'm happy, because this business, I can be 80 years old and still sell a house.
That's true. So you have a lot of years left. A lot
Yes,
of
I
years
do.
left.
And as
Yeah,
long as Hunter does all the paperwork and writes all the
yeah.
offers for me, I'm totally happy.
Yeah, that's awesome. So tell me about bringing your son onto your team. Like obviously I recall the day that my mom asked me. I was working with my dad, my dad obviously, and this is right after college, and I didn't know what to do. It was like I was kind of like in a depression, So I was like, playing college soccer, I was traveling, and then it's like I got to get to work. And then I was working with my dad, and I knew that that's not what I wanted to do. And then my mom, I remember it was like 6 in the morning or 7 in the morning. She came into my room. She was like, "Hey, like, do you want to come and help me out?" I'm like, "Okay, yeah, let's give it a shot." Right.
Yeah.
So I want to hear your story about how you brought Hunter on. Did he ask you, or did you ask him, or how was that conversation like?
Well, you know what? Hunter, he asked me. But
Okay.
my thing is interesting is that both Hunter and my other son Griffin
Mm-hmm.
both got their license, you know, when they were like 19 and 20.
Oh, I don't know
Right,
that.
they were
Okay.
young when they got their license, and so Hunter worked full time at the Ritz parking
Mm-hmm.
car, and he was only kind of doing it part time, the real
Mm-hmm.
estate here and there, do a couple of open house, just slow. And then one day, we were at broker preview, and he kind of mouthed to me, "I quit my job," and I'm like, "What? No, you can't quit your job. I don't give dental insurance. I don't give any benefits." And at the Ritz, because they're owned by the Marriott, they give the
Yeah,
best benefits. I'm like, what?
sure.
No, I don't give any of that. But it was the best thing because I really needed the help, and he
Mm-hmm.
knew I needed the help. And so I still work a lot, but he's taken a lot of stress off of me.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
good. That's awesome. So
yeah.
is it just you two? Do you guys have any help? Do you have virtual assistants or just you two?
Oh no, we have assistants. So
Okay, good.
I have a social media girl that helps me out, and then I have an assistant that comes to my office. I don't know, maybe 5 hours a week. I'm a big believer in that. I don't care who you are or how long you've been doing this business. You got to get someone to do stuff that you
Yeah,
don't like to do.
I
Okay, so
agree.
like
Yeah.
if there's a new agent out there that's listening, and you don't like to do, I don't know, whatever it is, don't try to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
let let it go and let other people do it, right? Like my
Yeah, I agree.
newsletter, I don't want to do a newsletter. I'm not interested in doing a newsletter.
Mm-hmm.
So I hire a girl that does that for me, and I've always
Smart.
hired, even when I was selling the jewelry, I did that. So I've always had an assistant.
You're smart. So like Tom always says, focus on the money making activities.
Yeah,
Everything else, like I mean, there's so many, like almost like 80% of our business is like non money making activities, right? Like all the things that like writing contracts and listings and putting it on the MLS and like all these hours that you could spend doing things that are just waste of time. Focus on finding clients.
that's right, because you could be out there playing basketball with your buddies and
Hmm.
selling a house, right?
Yeah.
Or I started a bunco group in my neighborhood. So if anybody's here watching, start groups. I know right now it's a tough time because of COVID, but start the activities with your friends, and you could be the leader, right? So I started a bunco group in my neighborhood, and women's of all ages come. And I've gotten listings from that. And then I just
I
put out
love
in my
it.
neighborhood that I'm doing a trash dump in front of my house. I am hired a big trash dump thing that's going
That's
to come
smart. Yeah.
for 2 days. My
You're so
neighbors,
creative. I love it.
right? Neighbors can come dump their
Yeah.
trash.
That's genius. Yeah, like who
Yeah,
wants to go to the freaking dump wherever that's at?
yeah, right.
That's
And then
awesome.
they get to meet me in person, right?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
then when they come, I'm going to be giving them a little goodie bag with, maybe my business card and I don't know, whatever it may be, at that time. But something small,
Yeah, yeah.
a box of cookies from Trader Joe's or something.
So does most of your business come from now repeat clients, or is it more social media? Because I know that you're strong on social media. You're like
Yeah.
posting, you're doing a lot of stuff on social media. So like, where does most of your business come from?
Now from referrals,
Referrals. Wow,
tons of
already in
referrals,
5 years. Good
tons of
for
referrals.
good for you. So you don't cold call, you don't door knock, you
No,
don't.
I
Gotcha,
don't cold
gotcha.
call. I don't cold call at all. Obviously, I don't door knock. Basically, social media and getting out there and being
That's amazing.
just being out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
being out there talking to people.
Hmm.
So, okay, so besides groups, which I think is genius, I don't do that, and I think that's a really good idea. Like start to like create groups of some sort, social groups where you can talk and not real estate related, just other
No,
things.
nothing real estate related.
Nothing
Yeah.
real estate related, but all those people are it's a connection, right? Like anybody you meet is a connection that can lead into a sell at some point. They may know their sister or whatever,
Yes. Join a
uncle.
walking group.
Yeah,
Anything. Just join a group, and then don't even talk about real estate. When they start asking what you do, you tell them.
yeah.
And then
That's
before you know it, they know you, then they like you because so many people know so many real estate agents, and you get hired not because you work for Coldwell Banker or because you work for Sotheby's. You get hired because you're Paul Salazar, right?
Yep,
And
yep,
so people are believing in you and trusting you.
yep. I agree. So we have my brother Louis says, "Oh, I miss you, Katrina. Love your Facebook posts and photo shoots."
Love him.
That's cute. That's awesome. Okay, so we talked about how you got into the business. We talked about how you get business. Let's talk about your day to day. Like, what do you like? What's your day to day? Like, do you prospect at all? I mean, you said you get all your referrals, so is it like,
Yeah. So like, what's like my normal day to day?
yes,
Okay. So I'm a morning person.
okay,
And so I do my, whether it's yoga or, you know, 3 bar. I do like to exercise. So I
mm-hmm,
do that in the morning, like usually
mm-hmm,
at 7 a.m.
mm-hmm,
Then I come home and I have maybe, I don't know, a half hour to myself, you know,
mm-hmm.
whether it's on social media, really just looking at social media, nothing to do with real estate, but just catching
Gotcha.
up with my friends,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Mm-hmm,
Like really just catching up.
mm-hmm,
And then I'll get on the MLS right away
mm-hmm.
because I want to see what homes popped up,
Yeah.
right? Really know my market. That's another thing. Oh my goodness, you've got to know your market. Nothing is more than embarrassing when the client calls you and says,
Oh
you
yeah.
got to be like, yeah. And if you don't know, you'd be like, you know what? I do know that house. Let me get some more details from it, even though you may not know the house,
Yep.
right?
Exactly.
You
Yep.
got to fake it
Yep.
till you make it,
Yep.
right? Not that you're
Mm-hmm.
lying, but you're like, listen, Jack, let me get back to you. I know I've seen that house, but I want to get some better details before I
Yes.
start, right?
Good advice. Good
Yeah.
advice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you never want to say, I don't know,
Mm-hmm. Never,
ever.
ever, never.
No.
Yeah. All right. So what
Um,
else? So that's
and
you're still
yeah,
in the morning.
yeah. So I'm still in the morning, and then I'll usually get my assistant here, and then we'll do a lot of marketing on whatever it may be, because
Mhm.
I do nextdoor.com. I don't know if you guys have that in LA or not.
Mm, what is that?
It's a Facebook in your own neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
You
cool.
probably have it.
Okay. That's
It's
good.
called
See, I learned
nextdoor.com.
something new. Okay. I'll
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah. So yeah, type it in nextdoor.com. So I'll get into nextdoor.com. I'll look at all the social media, like what we're going to post. I'll look at my emails, who I need to get back to, whether it's anything that I have to send over
Mm-hmm.
to escrow or my
Mm-hmm.
TC, or
Mm-hmm.
have Hunter write up, or,
Mm-hmm.
you know, or what houses we need to show for our clients. It's a little bit different now because we're not doing open houses, but
Yeah. How's that change your business? Like, is that, not having open houses and not, getting those buyer leads, has that hurt your business? I mean, obviously it hasn't hurt your business because you're still doing really well,
yeah.
but how's that affected your business?
Well, I'll be honest with you, Paul. I was so upset when they took the open houses away from me, because that's where I get all my business. Like, I'm
Yeah.
a people person.
Oh
I love
yeah.
doing open houses. I
Yeah.
People walk in, I'm like, hi, welcome to,
Yeah.
I'm super social in that
Yeah.
aspect. So when that was taken away, I thought for sure, but I had my best year ever in 2020, my best year, and
Awesome.
not one open house.
Not one
So
open house. Yeah.
no, so it just shows you that you don't need open houses
Mm-hmm.
to sell homes,
Mm-hmm.
because you get your serious buyers and your serious sellers out anyway, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah, for
they're
sure.
coming. But I'm sure for new agents, if they're getting out there, like, well, how do I meet people? Because I can't do open houses. Well, here's the deal. You have to be creative. So
Yep.
if we can't do open houses now, okay, what are you going to do? Then you're going to go create your own open house. Go to a park and
Mm-hmm.
and start, a soccer match, or go
Mm-hmm.
to a park and get 5 girls to do yoga together and hire a
Mm-hmm.
yoga instructor.
Ooh,
There's
nice.
yoga instructors out there that need that extra money.
Mm-hmm.
Hire one,
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so funny the other day when you were saging.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm a big sager. I
Mm-hmm.
sage a lot.
Yeah.
I have a lot of essential oils.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm really into that.
Uh-huh.
And I burn incense in the morning, and I
Do you
love
do
listening.
you do you have the Palo Santo bark?
I do the wood. Yes, I do.
Oh, it
I
smells so
do.
good. I love it.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it
And
smells awesome.
I have this little cool thing here. I don't know if you can see it there. Have you seen this?
No, let me see it. I can't see it. I don't know
Okay.
why. Uh, go down on the camera. Oh yeah. Oh, is that like an
Okay.
essential? Is that a diffuser?
Yeah, it's a diffuser, but it's
Ah, that's cool.
really cool, and it has. I mean, so I have my
Oh, that's cool. It has the
right,
little dot, the little Kong noise.
right.
That's cool.
So anyway, but what I do is I really take the time to myself, and I tell myself everything every day, Paul. I tell myself I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. I'll say it to myself 100 times a day. I'll be driving. I'll be like, oh my God, I'm so grateful. I am so grateful,
I
Paul. You have
can
no idea.
I can tell you're grateful just from watching your videos because like when somebody loves what they do, they're grateful for it. Like, and I can tell you love what you do because you're just like, da, 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 doing this,
Yeah.
sold, escrow, new listing. So it's fun. Like, I love to watch you because it's like you just have good energy. I think that's so important, having good energy. And I feel like for you, it comes natural. I think for me, it's not as natural, but it's not that bad. But I think for others, it's not as natural to have that energy, you know?
Well, I
So,
well I understand what you're saying because I do
yeah,
think I was born with that part, but I still have to
yes,
work at it. Like I still have to
yeah,
work at
yeah.
it. And I tell this to people that are not they're not aware, but find yourself something like I say this sentence to myself every single day. And I got this from Tom Ferry
Hmm.
years ago.
Hmm.
I say to myself, I am attracted to wealthy people, and wealthy people are attracted to me.
Oh, a
And it
good
has
one.
nothing to do with money. Has nothing to do with money.
Yeah.
It means wealth in their heart
And
and
everything.
in everything,
And
in their
everything. Yeah, yeah.
spirit, in their kindness. Right? Like I work with the most kindest agents, and don't get me wrong, they're not all kind, but
Yes.
I'd say the majority of my business I'm super, super kind. And I always say treat your other agents with respect because really they're your future business.
Yep, I agree. I mean, like when like right now we have a transaction that we're closing tomorrow, and my escrow company is not doing a good job, and it's probably the last time I use them. But I feel so bad because I'm like, this is my brand, you know, like if this guy has a listing down the road, I have a buyer, it's multiple offers, like he's gonna see me as like, oh, this guy didn't do a good job on the last deal because his escrow company. So I'm buying him a closing gift because I was like, you know what, like I need to make up for what my escrow company did bad, you know. So I 100% agree. The agent relationships are so important in real
They're
estate.
so important.
Yeah, they're so
They
important.
should be your best friends.
Yeah, I agree, and I feel like a lot of people think of them as competition, but like you said earlier, there's so much abundance in this in real estate and in this world, in this market. Like there's always business for everybody,
They're
you
your
know?
people.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
your people. Be kind.
yeah,
And I always say this when an agent kind of gets a little bit nasty with me, I'll say to that person, John, listen, honestly, we're on the same side. Like we want the same thing for our clients. So
yeah,
let's all get along because really it's not about me and it's not about him. It's about our clients. So
yeah.
let's all work together to
It's a
get the end
team.
result. It's a
It's a
team.
team
We're a
effort.
team. It's
Yeah,
a
I
team
agree.
effort.
I agree. I agree. All right, so let's see here. My mom is on here from Bogota, Colombia. Let's see if anybody has any questions. We've had a lot of people come on. We have 10 people watching us. Woohoo, that's awesome. Let's see. My cousin Camilo, who I don't think you know. You know my uncle Harold, right? My mom's brother. His
Okay.
son, yeah, his son is now in real estate,
Oh,
and so
nice.
I connected him with one of my friends from UCR who's selling real estate in Claremont, and he's coaching with Tom Ferry too. So it's
Oh,
it's it's
nice.
kind of cool. It's kind of cool. All right, so one last thing. We've been on here for a while, and I know you're busy, and you want to probably go have a drink with Richard. Um, Tell me about your coaching because I've seen that you coach other women, right?
Yeah.
So tell me about
So
that.
yeah, so basically what I do is I coach other women to be successful and to believe in themselves, right?
Awesome.
Because this it doesn't matter whether it's real estate or any business they decide to do. If they really believe themselves, they'll be super successful, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so if they choose to become a real estate agent and they want to, I coach them. And basically I let them shadow me,
Great.
for
That's
six
awesome.
months. They literally
Yeah.
get to shadow me for 6 months.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's a great coaching program. So if you're in Orange
Yeah.
County and you're
Yeah.
new to real estate, contact Katrina. That's
Yeah. They
awesome.
can just hang. Are you there? Oh, they can just hang with me, right? And just learn, right? And
Yeah,
just
yeah, we're
learn.
back.
And
Hmm.
because basically I'm just super real. Like I'll have people be with me and be like, oh my goodness, I had no idea you did all that. I'm like, yeah, but people don't realize, I keep a blower in my car. Yeah. You know,
They don't
well, you know what I
realize.
mean? Yeah. I keep a blower in
I
my
love
car. I'm
it.
like, blow
That's
down your
smart.
house
I
before,
love that smart.
and your
Oh
client.
my gosh.
Your clients see
No, that's
that
so
and they're
smart
like,
because
wow,
yeah,
she works hard. And so then they refer me to
she
their
works hard.
friends.
Yeah.
And for some
Yeah, no, for
clients, I
sure.
work harder than
And
others. Some clients, I don't even have to stage. Some clients, I just walk in and go, are you kidding me? I have a new listing coming up. You'll get to see. It's going to be gorgeous. It's going to be 4.5, and it is a beautiful home. I don't have to do one thing to
mhm.
that house. Nothing. Nothing. Thank you.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's I don't have to
Congratulations.
do
That's a nice
anything
size
to it.
listing.
So in some houses I have to work really
Good.
hard.
That's awesome.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay
It,
because
but it,
it
but it,
doesn't
but it
matter.
all
I'll work
balances
hard
out.
for I'll do it.
It all
I don't even
balances
turn
out.
down a lease. If someone says, Katrina, will you help me find a lease? I said, yes, I'm here for you. Because guess what? They might refer me to one of their friends. It's
I
not
like
about the
that.
lease. It's about the
Yeah.
relationship.
It's about the relationship. Yeah, that's awesome. That's
No,
awesome.
thank you for having me. I am
Cuz
so
thank you
proud of
so
you.
much for coming
You
on. I
have no
really
idea how
appreciate
proud I
it.
am of you.
Oh, well, I am grateful for you to inspire me to actually get after it. And like I love following you. I love seeing you and your son Hunter, kill it. I love seeing Hunter bought his first
We
house
have a
in La
place to stay at.
Quinta. That's so awesome. That's so awesome. I was I know. I like honestly like I love La Quinta. I stayed at the
Oh,
Waldorf last year for Valentine's Day with JJ. And we like, this place is amazing. It's magical. It's
yeah.
so peaceful and relaxing. That's so cool. So he's gonna be a rock star. I'm looking forward to
He's
seeing
so young.
his
He's
trajectory in
45,
real estate. And he's so young. So he's gonna be like like when he's 30, he's gonna just be like top
Yeah.
one in
Well,
all of Orange County by
so
himself.
thank
I
you
can't wait.
again for
I can't wait
having
to
me
see it.
on your live show.
Well, of
Okay. You
course. Thank
too.
you. And say hi to Richard
Okay.
and
Thank
the
you.
and the
Love you.
family and
Bye.
everybody. All right,
Bye.
guys. All right. Bye. Love you too. Bye.